Hello everyone, welcome to Court with Krissy. Have you been anticipating this update like I have since July 17th? That's what I thought. Don't worry, if you missed the first appearance, link is above and also in the description. And if you're looking for a home up north, I have a feeling this one might be hitting the market for the 8th time. I wonder why. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Okay, all rise.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning again. Go ahead and please be seated. So I'm Judge Salamone, and I think we did this by video a few months ago. I don't recall a whole lot about that. We're going to start from scratch this morning. And I just want to remind you, you have, it's a small claims matter, so it means you're giving up your right to an attorney. Cannot exceed more than $7,000 in damages. And because I'm a judge, whatever my decision is today, there's no appeal from it. It'll be a final decision. If you don't agree to those terms, you certainly don't have to. You have the absolute right. You can say, listen, I'd rather have this heard in the regular court, and we would just set that up for another pretrial, and then you would have your right to an attorney, your right up to $25,000 in damages, right to a jury trial. You would have all those rights. So understanding that, I have, is it Mr. Moon? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to proceed in small claims, or would you like it removed to the regular court?
I'm here for this, is what we said.
Okay. Over here I have, I have Shelby Busby? That is you? Okay. And Christopher McKay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You both want to proceed, or you want this held in the regular court where you'd have a jury trial and attorney? It's up to you.
We'll proceed today.
Want to proceed today? Okay. And with that in mind, then come on up, please.
I'm supposed to have that lady supposed to run the computer for me.
There's not gonna. Listen.
I was called from Glenn yesterday. She said someone was supposed to be here.
You know what? It's time for trial. I can't appoint a court employee to present your evidence and run your computer for you.
Well, I was told that someone was here, so that's why I'm
okay. There's nobody here. It doesn't matter if they are here. You have an obligation to present your own evidence.
Well, I don't have my computer because they told me they had it here.
They don't have your computer.
There's a computer hooked up here.
Is that your computer?
No, I don't have my computer here. They told me they had a lady to run.
What is this? All the evidence is the packet you gave me? Okay, well then we have the evidence. Come on up, please. It'd probably be easier if you worked on the table.
So Glenn is not going to have my assistance here, you're saying, sir?
May my husband join?
Oh, by all means, both he's a party. Come on up. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not privy to any of that information.
You have another person. I'm going to ask you. Have another person. Let's you say this gentleman. Is he a witness?
He's just a witness. Yes.
Is he a witness? He may testify then?
He may, yes.
Sir, I'm just going to ask you to sit out in the hall because I don't want your testimony to be influenced by anything you hear here. Okay? Standard in trials, we do that all the time. So we call it sequestering the witnesses.
Is it someone from the board?
Yes, he's talking about somebody from Antrim. Mr. Moon,
No, it's from here because I was.
Mr. Moon, I need you to settle down for a minute. Listen, I want you to listen to me, and I want you to talk to me. You understand? Okay. I have a bunch of exhibits that you submitted to the court. Is this what you're talking about? No, you have those. You wanted, and they're on the computer.
No, I've got I don't know how to run the computer. There's video that someone was supposed to play for me here.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to, we'll worry about that in a little bit. But first, let's start out with, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God.
I do.
Okay. You're Terry Moon.
I'm Terry Moon.
I'm looking at, and I have an amended complaint. Did you all receive that? Okay. So there was a complaint, then an amended complaint. Mr. Moon, I want to just, first of all, understand your charges, your allegations, the basis for your complaint. One of them has to do with snow plowing. Does that sound right?
Correct, sir.
Okay. And then the other claim for damages is that there's damage to property. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And with regard to the snow plowing, was there a written agreement for snow plowing?
Yes, there is.
Okay,
Exhibit A, B, and C.
can you go ahead and you pull them out and show them to me?
Exhibit A is a decoration. of-
I need you, yeah, you just show them to me, because I have a stack here, but they're not labeled.
I thought you want me to-
Yeah, they're not labeled, so I can't tell you which one is A or B or whatever. So I have a declaration of septic easement.
Correct.
That's one. And does this have something to do with, does it have okay, this is an agreement
I've
then?
got exhibit 4 I want to recommend to that exhibit.
And what is that?
That is the title for the McKays. But I'm gonna need those.
Oh, I'll give them back to you. I just want to make sure everybody's got, you all have a copy of these? Okay, all right, and I want
Here's my helper.
to, you Mona. Thank you. Okay. All right then, good.
So that's, if that is needed, then she's.
He said
here
it's going to
help
be
with that.
needed. You're Charlotte?
Charlotte, yes.
Charlotte?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to help out then with
Yes.
providing his aid here under the American Disabilities Act. That's a
Yes.
request for that. So that does make, it doesn't give us the obligation to provide a service. Okay, so go ahead. So Mr. Moon, you have somebody to show the computer when it's needed. So I
Can I
have,
talk to her for just a second, sir?
well, not right now. Right now, I just want to set up, I want to see what the basis of your claim is, and I'll give you time to do that. So we have so these things you say gives you the is this an agreement for you to plow snow?
No, I'm going through
Okay.
all the agreements because everything has something to tie it into it. So that declaration of sewer, I want to go by the Doobie property and the bank property and reference it to the McKay's title.
Here's what I want to know first, though, so that I have a basis. What is your claim for? What were you not paid for doing something?
I wasn't paid for plowing. I wasn't paid for
There we go.
services, but we couldn't talk to them about it because they were outrageous. So I sent it. I don't know if they got it, and then the damages that were.
I want you to just summarize for me. When you say you were not paid for plowing, when were you supposed to plow?
I plowed on the 24th, 2024, January and February of last year, or this year, I mean. 24 this year.
Okay. January and February of 24, you plowed snow.
But that's not what I want to go through my evidence first if I could.
I need you to just answer my questions, okay? You plowed snow on January and February of 24. What were you charging to do? How much were you supposed to be paid?
Well, the new price was 15 per plow or 300 for the season is what we agreed on.
How much were you supposed to be paid?
Well, they didn't go by the season, so.
I need you to tell me what you're claiming. How much were you supposed to be
$300
paid?
is what I'm claiming,
Okay.
and $15 for the interest.
Does your contract call for interest to be paid?
It does in the settlement agreement.
Okay. And I'm just gonna look, do you all agree he was supposed to plow?
We do not.
Okay. All right. Did he plow in January and February of 24?
He did plow our driveway after we issued a no trespass and asked him to not be on our property.
Was that in January and February?
It
Both?
was, I believe, February
Okay.
that we
The
issued
no
it.
trespass was issued to him on February
Okay.
4th.
All right. All right, Mr. Moon. So let's talk about why you have the right to plow their property. That's what you're going to tell me now. I think you want to
Oh, and then I need that settlement.
I'm gonna give that to you.
The other one, it says where it states that.
I've got a declaration of septic easement and
You got my copy.
northern, yep, I'm gonna show it to you, just a sec. I'll bring it over.
Here's the one that he needs.
I'm gonna come down, by the way.
All right, well, that's
Hanging
fine, sir.
over people's shoulders. You want?
Yeah, you're all right, sir. We did it the last time we were
Yeah,
here.
Mr. Moon, I swore you in.
Yes, you
You
did,
did,
sir.
I'm gonna make sure, and I'm gonna swear both of you in too, because we're probably gonna be asking questions back and forth. You swear from yourself, truth, nothing but the truth, help you God. Thank you, okay. So we're looking at, Mr. Moon, I'm gonna show you these documents. You show me where it establishes your right to plow their property.
Like I was trying to reference, but we'll go right to this one here.
This one here, we're looking at the
This settlement.
settlement agreement.
Right.
Okay.
It's Mike's current duty owner, and then in my evidence he paid. I own that parcel B.
Okay.
Where's that? Now on the Doobie parcel, you look at the Doobie parcel, it's part of the agreement.
Mhm.
There's the tax ID number. If you look at parcel 1 on the McKay's title, it is the exact same number.
All right, so the Doobie parcel is
The McKay,
McKay's,
yeah.
and they bought the McKay and Busby property.
Right, now they
I'm gonna
all,
ask you, does that sound right?
That's.
Okay, you have the Doobie, what we would call the Doobie parcel?
Yes.
You agree, okay.
and then they own also the D parcel of the First Fair Bank. And
We
that
all
would
agree
be-
on that?
Correct.
Okay, thank
And
you.
that would be the parcel number there, and it matches up with their title.
Thank you. So they're agreeing to that.
Right, that's that.
Show me where it says.
I'm-
Okay, you're getting to that. Thank you.
Well, it's in here. So it shows all the descriptions. It was in court, if you read the cover sheet. It goes through, all parties agree. It's an access and a utility easement. It's an ingress and egress for a driveway. Gravel is A, and that would be what I'm charging for the 270, because there was 2 owners that agreed.
Okay.
It was Mike and I. And back here on the next page would be the plowing. Right
Snow
here.
removal. The owners of the Doobie earns and bank shall pay Mr. Moon the sum of $30 each. Hold on. Every time. Yeah, okay. And so now, if it's, I just want to figure out how do you get to 300 if it's $30 each and you plow twice?
I didn't plow twice, I plowed 10 times.
Okay, when I asked you when did you plow, you just said January and February.
Well, January and February.
10 times
Eight-
during that
eight-
time?
8 times in January.
Let me write it, that's what I wasn't clear on. Okay. No, you're good. You're good. Yep. It is. You answered the question that I asked. It did. 10 times.
So 8 was in January, and it's in my exhibit,
Okay.
and then 2 for February. Now, when I plowed those, sir, I plowed their driveway and their home for 8 times in January, like I always do, until I got a no trespass order. So then I was not able to plow their driveway, but I'm able to plow the common driveway. And that's what that states right there, what we just read.
When you plowed their driveway, before they said, don't
Here,
come
here's
on our
your-
property.
Right here, I'll show you the survey.
No, what I want you to tell me though is, how many times did you plow their driveway and home before they gave you?
I plowed their driveway and home the whole month of January before the trespass order was given.
How many times was that?
8 times I plowed in this area of their home for no charge.
You plowed their home and driveway 8 times before they gave you the no trespass.
Right.
And then 2 times you did the common driveway. in
After
February.
that in February,
Okay.
so a total of 10 times I did the common driveway that I'm right to do.
Okay, now,
So this is the common driveway, and this is their parcel, this is my parcel, this is the Ernst's parcel and the Doobie parcel.
okay, I mean, I'm gonna just show this to them so they, we all have this. Common parcel. You two all agree on that, that's a common driveway, common easement for everybody?
Yes, no. In his paperwork, it says it's cuts off right there. it stops at the duty lot.
Does it stop at the duty lot?
It
That's what it
says
says in writing.
Actually, in this agreement, it says it comes to the doobie lot, not through
And
the.
this is the doobie lot, this is your lot, right?
Yep, so it would cut off right there at its septic easement.
My understanding is that it comes to our lot, and it even goes further in this agreement to say that it does not cut through all the way to Streamwood Drive.
Okay.
So it would be our access at that point.
Mr. Moon, what do you say to that?
I'm saying it wrong because the access of the doobie property, the back of it right here. So it would go all the way,
All right, you're saying it goes all the way.
it goes all the way right where it's blackened.
Yes,
That's the
okay.
whole
We're
easement.
gonna talk about their point
It
later
states
on.
it in here.
Oh, we'll get to that. All right, we're gonna get to that, yep, so, I have this, I wanna understand that, now. Assuming that's correct, we're gonna assume the purpose of your argument for right now, that it goes all the way to the back.
All right, well, then we go to the next one there. So it states that I can plow. And then also on page 7 at the top, it states where I can put it. The doobie lot, and this is the doobie lot.
That's their lot.
Right. Okay. And that's where I put it, right back here in this corner. I clean out the driveway and put it all in there, so when you have the whole driveway,
On this map, where would it be?
I come up the driveway and then I push it up here, and I used to backblade it all over here, but now I have a no trespass, so now I just bring it over to the lot.
All of this was their lot? Both sides?
No, this is the doobies and this is the bank.
These people own both of them?
Right.
There we go, that's what I wanna know, okay,
That's
so you
what I
put it on this side.
Right.
Okay,
In the states I can.
alright,
On page 7 at the top.
okay. And when you say the agreement you're looking at here is called, what is that one called?
It's called the settlement agreement. It ties them all three together.
Okay, but that's a settlement agreement and it is dated what date?
September, 1/12/2016. That's when it was filed at the Register of Deeds.
So then you also claim some gravel repair issues, April 24th?
Yeah, April, we, normally go down and look at the driveway, and if it needs repair, we do it. If not, we don't. Well,
And
we,
this time you did it.
well, Mike said it needed it, so me and Mike agreed on it. He paid me, it's in my, exhibits.
Okay, just a minute. This would have been, I'm gonna take your word for it for right now.
Yeah.
This would have been,
Mike's right here.
yeah, but this is what you put gravel in, that easement?
No, I only did the hill area, right from Mike's part here to the top of the,
Okay,
so it would be from this point right here, sir, to probably that point there. That's where the hill goes up.
why are they paying for the gravel? Or
It
is it
says,
just their share?
well, it says right here, we go back to gravel.
So it's 270,
That-
270, 1/3 of what you.
Right.
That's
Mike
what I
paid
wanna know.
270, I paid 270,
Okay.
and they have to pay their.
Good, that answers the question.
Yeah.
And then you have repair damage CJ 595. And
Yeah, I have it's on my phone and I have it on the computer too, of everything, of the damage, physical damage and what he was doing. But on May 9th, I physically watched him tear up my driveway at the end of M88 when I was filling sandbags, and that would be right there. I have a pile of sand, stone, and I was down here and he spun right out in the driveway 2 times that day when I was down there. And the pictures are on my phone and the pictures are in the exhibit.
driveway damage. You put it at 595, what's that based on?
I based it on because of, it was a third less than what I did prior to what me and Mike agreed on. Instead of charging the 810, I took it only and charged 2/3 of it because it was a shorter distance. It wasn't as long as what I repaired. So if I went with the 270 times 3, it would have been 8. I only charged 2/3 of the cost of that, and that's how I came up with the price, because I measured the distance of what I repaired to the distance that I repaired it.
So you repaired it with gravel or?
I went out and I graded it filled it in with gravel, went back down there with a compactor,
When
wetted
you
it.
say he damaged it, what
He just tore out the driveway, just being rude to me because he said something, and if you want me to repeat what he said.
I do.
He said, "What are you looking at? You want some of this?" And then he took off.
I mean, what is it he tore up? Did you use
The
a gravel
driveway.
driveway?
Yeah, the gravel driveway.
Okay, we're gonna see that on pictures. Okay.
Yeah, I can show you quicker on my phone.
All right, we'll put it up on the screen, if that would be, if that's easy, if we could do it on the screen.
It's called, the driveway there.
Title.
Ripping up the driveway right there, you're on it. And if can you get to a different, where it shows a different picture of the screen, different description? You know what I'm saying?
This is the.
No, it's more over in this area, I think, because every time I have to do mine, it's in here or up at the top. It shows it differently than what it does there. So there you go. That's what I want, right there. So if you open up property damage folder, we go to 5924. You can play both those. That's not zoom, but the other one's zoom. So those are the end of the driveway showing him. I'm standing there filling sandbags, and there he goes. You missed it.
Yeah, you're way at the top.
Right.
You all need to look to see it, you can't, more remote.
I'm right there, he's right there, and he takes off real quick. And then I have pictures of the mark afterwards on the camera.
All right, well, let's see what let's see.
And you can zoom it, if you got the zoom there on the next one. Right there next to it to the left.
This one.
Yeah.
Show the bill now. If you give a picture of trying that far from them.
Yeah, I've got, it would be on the other one there, but I can quickly show it on here. May 9th. There's that one, and there's that one.
Bring it over
Yeah,
here.
you can take it over there. They're also on the computer up there on the other.
Did you get anytime you can't see or hear something? Yeah, let me know. Okay. All right. I can hear him clearly. So this is what you're saying is, Mr. Moon, this photo I'm looking at is this gentleman, when he pulled out, caused damage to the gravel driveway.
Correct.
Okay.
The other folder. No, yeah, I think that's it.
He was in the tire. He was in the tire.
Yeah, those are just
In the
tire
tire.
tracks.
Okay,
It looked like it was really torn up, so. It's just-
Yeah, I think so. I have to see.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
Yeah.
I want to make clear, you're telling me this is damage? I mean, it looks like there's some gravel missing.
Well, yeah, you spun it right out. It's down real deep there, sir. Those marks are down almost 2-3 inches.
Okay.
And there's.
So you ended up putting in some gravel.
Yeah.
You're charging $600 for it.
Is that all of them right there?
Mhm.
All right. Well, I didn't put it on there.
So now let's talk about May 29th. Oak Hill
Now
area.
you got to get out of that.
Hand
one.
your phone.
Both repairs is what we want there, Charlotte.
This one.
If you play the first, those are all the pictures of me doing the work on each day, and if you zoom on them, you can see the date at the bottom.
What is it? You're
I'm
saying
up
that-
there, I'm up there right now, compacting the area that I filled in right there. You can see.
Is that the driveway you were
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, right here is the hill area. And it goes up to that part right there. So from here to here is when I normally repair.
Is that what he pulled out of? Are we looking?
No, this is a different.
That's what I wanna know.
No, these are from other, these are damages from January until July, and I can show you those. If you want.
I'm trying to figure out where it is that this occurred. Where did
This occurred from their driving, so if you wanna go back to.
No, where at on the property? Where at?
There you go. Right there's the start of the hill, right where I'm standing. It would be right where his driveway is, being this one. And right up to the edge of there is the top of the hill, so it's roughly around 100 feet.
So the 100 feet, this would be.
You can draw on here, I don't care. So it starts about right here and it ends about right there.
And what is it you say was damaged?
Well, this is trenches, you can see it from, if you get through there.
How do we know he was the cause?
Because I've got the video of them driving, if you want to see all the videos.
Let's see a video of them driving.
Back to taping up.
Show me one that says they're damaging property.
Alright. I just went to the date that you asked for.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're
We
good.
want the ripping up the driveway again, Char.
Okay.
Be all the way to the top there. Right. All right, play number, the folder that you open up, property damage. Play number 1 and all the way, play every one of those videos all the way to the number 7. This is her coming up the driveway sideways on camera 4, if you look at camera 4. You be coming.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's, you know, I'm one eye
There we go.
sideways. See how it was? Now she's hitting her brakes. It just started there. I wrote a letter, asked her to slow down. Play the next one, please. Ooh,
Okay.
you wanna start that again?
No, I saw that. From right
Right.
there.
Play the next one. This is when they got in an argument and she looked out of there. I heard everything. I was on my deck.
Okay. I want to go back to that one we just played, please. And when you get right to the end, you want to have it stop it. Where's it stop? Where do you see the damages here? Is it?
It's after the cedar rail fence is where I
Let's keep
repair.
it going, please, thank you. Stop.
Right in there.
Stop.
Right in there is where they.
Where is it? And you come up here and take the point.
Well, right in here is where they keep ripping it up from the speeding they're doing. They're tearing the top surface off the driveway. From there ripping down the driveway.
Okay, and then that same kind of thing would have occurred for June 22nd?
Yep.
And now, you
And
got,
that was the last time I repaired it.
you got 810.
Yep.
Why is it 810?
Because that's what I charged the first time to do the same amount of.
Is that supposed to be split by all the property owners?
No, this is property damage from them, so it's not repairs, it's damages. So I'm asking for damages, not repairs.
Who,
And if you look at
have you
July,
been paid by any of the other property owners
I've been paid,
for these damages you're talking about?
no, Mike didn't damage the property, so I wouldn't charge Mike.
Does anybody else use that?
Just Mike's renter right there, but they're the ones, if you wanna play the rest of them, we're only at half of them.
No, I understand what you're saying.
They're the only ones that's ripping down the driveway
Let's
like that.
go play the rest of it, please. We saw this one.
Yeah, we already saw that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No,
saw that
we saw that one, that's the one we need
Let me
next.
see this one.
This is.
I can hear him coming in.
Did you see that or you need to?
I
play it?
just don't believe that that's right, that they can tear up my driveway.
Bye,
Play it
please.
again.
This has been going on since they bought.
Are you standing there filming this as they're driving by?
I'm standing and filming it off my DVR, editing it to let you
I can
know.
hear him coming in.
Okay.
I just don't believe that that's,
Okay.
And there it is again, play that one.
No, I mean, you're right on the side filming this as they drive by.
No, my security system.
Thank you, it's a security camera, that's what I'm on.
All right, now the next one.
that was in the morning.
You gotta turn that down. I don't wanna hear myself.
You're okay, you're okay. I'm gonna leave that.
No, you don't wanna do that.
There we go.
I do.
Let's see that one.
There's the repairs I did.
Okay, that's what it looks like after it's repaired.
No, that's what needs to be repaired.
Show me what needs to be repaired.
Well, you can see the gravel's all tore up here and there again,
Okay.
and up in there again.
Okay.
And here's a,
And it just, the
it's just over and over. And then,
the 500, the 600, the 8, the
well,
2
you got
800.
that sheet. That's
Did you,
what,
did you actually expend that money, or is that what you're gonna be charging?
that's what I charge by what we have a rate going by.
Okay.
And I have the gravel, I have a pile of gravel for that driveway is asking gravel. And
All right, let's talk about the 3,700.
now that would be the bid. And that would be the exhibit, and that would be right here. Now this is what, whoops. Straight edge going across the hill where they're ripping it up. You can see the damages. This is done in September. After all my repairs, this is in September now. See,
Yeah, that's pretty, so this is, how low is that? You've got a board across the.
that board is supposed to be
Show
level.
where it's level. at.
Right, and then you can see where all the ruts
You
are.
all see
underneath.
this?
Yeah.
All right,
I've seen that.
yeah.
And then you go to the next one.
And are they the only two using this part?
They're the only ones that's ripping it up.
No, are they the only two using
No,
this?
Brooks uses it, that's, if you
Alright.
it up, this right here, if you.
Another person uses the property.
Well, if you pull up this picture, you can see where she lives and comes out.
I just wanna know if there's
Well,
one
I'm
other
gonna show
person.
you what your question now. Alright, stop it. Right there is her driveway, she comes from there and goes out. She doesn't go any further out.
Okay,
So she doesn't have to go that fast or she ain't gonna make her turn.
so, and then.
That would be like,
Who gave you the bid for 3,700?
Buckman's, it's in my exhibit.
Okay, let's pull it out and let's see it, make sure.
I know all this rough, we're skipping around, but it's fine. Alright, now this right here is all the money that I spent on the driveway.
Okay, that's your 800, 800.
No, this is what I put in the driveway in 2020. This is a new driveway that I put in.
That they're using.
Right,
They're
yeah, no one paid but I did.
Okay, but that's not part of this lawsuit, that's just showing we have.
But that shows the value of the
I
driveway.
appreciate that, okay.
Now, on the bid.
It's, grading 230 feet by 16 feet of driveway with 40 yards of stone, 3,700. I wanna, I've been using,
So that's gonna go from here to here.
that's from, this road here is,
M88,
it's gonna go from M88 to the edge of their property.
right. Cause that's
It's
where
not gonna
the,
be on their property.
that's where the driveway stops. No one's put a driveway up there ever on their property.
No, but why are you getting this bid for this to be a driveway?
It's already a driveway that I put in, sir, right here. This is what I put in.
Hold on. I don't understand. This is the defendant's property here and here, right?
Correct.
You're now showing me there's a bid to put in a driveway here.
No, to repair the damages that they did from July.
You just showed me this damage being right in here, in this area.
Right, but I showed you down on M88 where he did it.
But he's gonna redo the whole road.
He has to, because now that it's rained and all the damages that I haven't repaired from July, August and September, the driveway's washing out now. So now it has to be repaired, and that's what he came over and looked at, and that's why we went through this.
Now,
Right here is the end of the driveway, showing it.
I wanna say that. Is that on your computer, by the way?
I think it should be.
Let's take a look. Show Tricia, she knows. Show her your camera, please.
No, she'd have to go back to the.
That's
Now
what I
go
wanted
over
to
to
do.
the other folder there, Shar. There you go. Right there. they
There
are.
it is.
Yep. So all those right there is what I'm talking.
10.
10.
10, good, yeah, 10. And that's right at the border to their property, correct?
No, not that, that's down by M88.
That's down by M88. Was that road level before?
Yes, it was, sir. It was all right. The gravel's right here that was done for the driveway.
That's 10, show me 9, please.
So right here is all the money that was put into the driveway. It shows you on exhibit. These are all the money that we put into.
But that was in 2020.
Right,
So this is 4 years later on a gravel road.
yeah. And on the phone there in September, you can see them ripping it up again.
Let's talk about,
Right there's the tire marks going up the driveway. See the trenches?
I understand.
See the trenches?
Yeah, I understand. I think that, yeah, so we've got a 4-year-old driveway and then there's some issues with it. With that in mind, tell me about the pulled marker and easements.
Well, that's not for this case. I got the 7,000 right here.
Okay, so we're not worried about this.
No, because that's over the limit. This is just part of D, what I gave you on the
This
exhibit
is
D
what
in the
you want to
beginning.
do here. All right, so what you're claiming today is about, we have some snow plowing you're owed, and then you want them held responsible to fix the gravel road.
For what they did there in their actions.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Go ahead. Now, let me talk over. Let me see what we have. Oh, I'm gonna give you this back. You have it. Okay, you got your list. Good. I have my list here. It's Ms. Busby, Mr. McKay. Snowplow. And his claim is he has the right under these agreements, the settlement agreement, January 12th, 2015, to file.
Correct.
You're saying he does not? And I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm just around.
I'm saying that he does not, yes, because, my biggest issue is there's no standard. He will go out there and plow 15 times for 2 inches of snow. And then charge me $30 every time. When I've asked him, for an honest bill, an honest, like, what is this gonna cost? He has, given me several different numbers. We also asked.
What do you mean? What do you he's saying it's, look, under the agreement, it's $15 a plow.
Well, actually.
Up to $300, I think.
I'm not quite sure on that. I don't want to.
Mr. Moon, I don't want to put words, does that sound right? Under the agreement, it's $15 a plow, up to $300 total?
February 23, we raised it to 15 and 300. Everyone
Okay.
paid it. My exhibit showed it for 2 years.
We got it, okay.
I will say in this agreement, there are specifically listed prices. It actually says that it's $12.50 for basically what I'm understanding is our access to the driveway, and then $5 to plow our back lot where he pushes all his stuff.
Where's the $15 a plow at? Show me that again.
It doesn't say it in there. We raised it because of the cost of
Who
living.
raised it?
Me and the other owner.
You don't have anything in writing?
No, because we couldn't go to amendment. We
Prior
amended it.
to that, what was it? Before you agreed orally, what was it supposed to be?
It was $12.50 and $5, $17.50 per plow. So if you times that by 10, it's 70 and some change, I think.
So it would be $17.50 times the 20 plows that you're talking about.
No, 10 plows.
10, thank you.
But like I stated in my letter, that would be going backwards because we can't get people to go to court to amend any of this because they wouldn't even go to mediation. So it's kind of hard to mediate and do anything when the other owners refuse.
So
to
you're
do
worried
it.
about his standard of when she should plow?
Yeah, and,
Okay.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, clarify it if you want to, go ahead.
I do want to clarify that he pushes all the snow to our back lot when we did have him as on a no trespass before that. Which is a convenience for him, cause he's gotta push that snow somewhere anyway. And then wants to charge me $5 to do it. I would like that back lot left alone because I don't personally wanna pay the $5. Secondly, that's the safest place in the winter for my kids to play outside. And if there's no snow, then they can't build snowmans, they can't, you know, do what they wanna do. He absolutely adamantly refused, like, he's gonna do it, he has the right to do it, on and on and on.
Okay,
My-
let me stop you right there for a minute. I want to talk to Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon, I'm gonna need you for a minute.
Yep.
And I need you to pay attention to what she's saying. So if, for instance, after today, or leading up to today, you are no longer plowing their, anything beyond that border where their property starts, is that correct?
No, because they got it barricaded, they're breaking the rules, so I can take them to circuit court right now for breach of contract.
All right, so right now, yeah, okay, so you're not plowing, and if you
I'm
do,
plowing up through the end of.
Okay.
Let me see,
What
20
is
feet
your-
into their yard.
what's your standard for when do you plow?
My standard is, 3 to 4 inches, but when the road has got a lot of snow on it and there's 6 to 7 inches of hard slush down at the end of the road, it needs to be plowed or you're not getting out on them.
So you won't plow unless there's 3 inches minimum.
And if there's plows that go by our house 7, 8 times a day, Your Honor, all that comes back into the yard and there's 7, 8 feet of slush that's this deep. So it has to be taken out again. I live on the highway.
Are you trying to say that, so maybe we get an inch of snow or 2 inches of snow, but because the plow kicks the snow into the driveway, you have to plow the driveway?
And the mailbox areas and things down by the end of the road.
By the end of
They
the
don't
road.
have a mailbox, so this.
Hold on just a minute, but do they have to pay for, is that considered
That's considered in the-
$12.50 plow
Right.
or $15 plow?
Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead, you hear what he's saying?
In response to what he's saying, we actually have climatological data. or
Let's take a look,
however-
yeah.
This is from East Jordan, because that's actually the closest weather
Okay.
station to us. If you look, he's plowed this day, we have 0.6 inches of snow, 4.4, which
I accept on that. So
Hold on,
I did not know.
stop.
I have not seen that.
I want you to stop, I'm gonna show it to you, just hold on a minute.
Well, I was supposed to get that before we came here.
Okay,
sir.
well, I'm gonna allow her to present it, okay?
All right, well, I had no chance to even look at the weather report.
February.
So when it says here, I mean, just, let's take a look at what you have. When it says new snow.
Yeah.
That's 2.3 inches,
So-
and its snow depth is 2 inches.
So my understanding is, okay, so he's obviously plowed the days before.
No.
We're basically starting from 0, so that would be 2.3 inches of snow that he plowed.
This says new snow.
Yeah, the new snow.
Okay, so
amount.
he plowed when there was 2.3 inches.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the other sheet.
And actually, if I can just clarify as well, the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th is when we're not living in the house and he's not angry with us. So reasonable amounts of snow, 8.4 inches, 4.4 inches, absolutely that should be plowed. But then when we move in on the 19th, as you can see, it's 1.8 inches of snow, 0.0 inches of snow, 0.0 inches.
Let me have the highlighted pieces I need to show you. Mr. Moon, take a minute, look at these, and you can formulate some questions. I'm gonna take a look. Do they both apply?
Yes,
So there's a couple of things going on, Mr. Moon. Number one is, this is from where, East Jordan?
correct.
How far is that from your
About
place?
7 miles.
7 miles.
And they're not getting a snow bill.
Hold on. I was just gonna ask that question. My experience with living up here is 7 miles can make a huge difference.
Right, and
in
that
snow-
was,
in snow.
that was the closest recording station that we
Okay.
could find.
I'm gonna ask you to take a look. Just take a look.
I got my plow to show the snow.
I
on my
just want
plow.
you to take a look at it. You
I
say you
can't
didn't
see it.
Okay,
I
all
can't,
right.
I mean, that's why I said, I can't see it to prepare for, and that's why I'm not
Okay.
happy with it.
Yeah. You did,
Cause I have no way of looking at it, have no
you
way.
have some pictures of dates you actually plowed.
Right,
Let's take a look at those. Let's return these to the defendant. So let's take a
and you
look.
wanna look at the one camera right there? What one are you on right there? Now, I backblade to make a base, see the snow in the back of the
I
bus?
see the snow in the back of the plow.
Alright, so I'm backblading.
And that's
There's
from
the 11.
January 11th. All right, just
Alright.
stop right there. Stop. Does East Jordan show for January 11th?
It does, January 11th would have been 1.1 inches of snow.
Okay, that's what you're showing.
Yes.
We're looking at what he has here. Go ahead and run that, please, Cheryl. Thank you. Thanks for being patient with me. That looks like more than 1 inch of snow.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go see another date, please.
Pick a date, it doesn't matter to me,
Hold on, let me see that list again, please.
You can just keep that.
Okay, let's look at, do you have January 15th?
no, I got the 14th, no,
You have the 18th?
yeah.
Let's look at the 18th.
But there, I couldn't see it.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. I want to see the 15th, the 18th. 6 inches of snow, they've already agreed. That's about it.
15, 115, 24.
Yeah, right down there.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
Good determined.
Now I'm back waiting up there by their yard. See how much snow is there? See how deep it is?
Let me see. Yeah.
Barely see
Yeah, the
it.
notes are indicating there's 1, 2, 52 inches of snow. It looks to be a little more. Let me ask you this, have any of the other neighbors complained or?
They complained when the truck was coming in, where it showed on that film there, where they had 2-wheel drive trucks, dualies coming up the driveway when they moved in
No,
on.
have any of the other neighbors complained about your plowing too much, charging too much?
No, not to my knowledge, but I
Okay.
know that they got witness here of that, and me and Ed don't get along now, so I could just imagine what he's gonna say.
Actually, yeah.
But you can call Mike,
Hold on.
You can call Mike at any time.
Stop. You heard his claims about you damaging the driveway.
Yeah, I'd like to show you, we do not have pictures from this point in time. We do have pictures from the last couple of days of
There's
his plowing damage. If you look, that's all dirt and gravel and everything else on the driveway.
This is just from the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be held for, this can't be used for this evidence, sir, this is this year's plow. I
I want you to take a look at it, I want you to take a look at it.
I already know, I've seen them, I've got video of them digging it up and taking pictures. I've got security cameras right there, they dug it up, and then they took pictures, and I've got it on film.
Show me your.
I don't have it here, sir, that's for next year.
This is where he barricades us in with our fence, because we had to put up a fence to keep him out, because he would not would not follow the no trespass. He
We
just-
even posted it. We have a sign that says do not plow snow by or against our fence.
Okay.
The upper court already
I need you to
said.
stop. I'll get to you. You'll have a chance.
Alright.
You just can't jump in anytime you want. When I see the videos, it appears to me there's some speeding going on. Driving fast, driving hard. What's going on?
I'm sorry, if you actually could see all the way around the yard, he has turned the corner to get out of the driveway into a blind corner where you just have to hit the gas and hope for the best, because you cannot see around all the stuff that he has stacked. He has dirt piles, snowmobiles, just stuff to where you can't see, so you kind of just have to go.
Also,
When you're driving up, so I'm looking at this picture and I see a wood pile.
Mhm.
it goes further down. so
Yeah, it's
I
down when you're
got
actually
pictures of it,
entering M88, that you just can't see around stuff. And we've
So
actually.
you're saying getting out on the M88, it's a blind.
Yeah,
We have
actually,
non-snow pictures of it.
and as a matter of fact, now,
Survey.
as a matter of fact, now to even try to see going the other way, turning right, because he's got snow plowed up this way, you can't see on either side. So you just kind of have to hope that there's no one coming and go.
Oh, here's a good picture. Well, it's a little blurry, but this is kind of what we're dealing with.
What
That's
does this show
without
me? What
snow.
does this show me?
There's a bunch of rock piles as we're coming out of the driveway, and that's.
Is this on your left side?
Let me double check
Thank
that.
you.
Yes. So we're coming out, and this is like for a car picture, and we have to deal with all this, and then he has
The
actually
road,
more
well,
stuff.
hold on, I wanna go back to that photo.
Yes, sir.
The road's up here.
Yep, and that's M88.
Okay, but, so you can pull past the rocks and take a look.
No,
No, there's more stuff down there, and like, this is just one picture. I mean, there's more obstacles as you go up. And as a matter of fact, my parents, her parents, and her grandma and myself have almost gotten T-boned because of visibility issues
we've even actually complained to the county about this.
multiple times.
Your neighbor here?
Yes, he is.
Where does he do that?
He does not live in the house anymore. He's just a testimony to the previous,
He used to live there.
yes.
I mean, let me get my. Where would he have lived on this map?
He would have lived in the Ernst house. I would also like to mention, Terry did not pay for the driveway in 2020, the value that he says. This gentleman can attest that he paid for the driveway that he's trying to charge us for. He paid for the labor and everything and all equipment used.
Okay, he's not charging you for the driveway.
Yeah, he's charging us.
He's gonna charge us for some repairs, and then we have a new drive, he wants to do a new driveway, that's what he's
And,
alleging.
I would also like to mention that driveway goes down a hill as well. It rains, it snows, it's Michigan, there's weather.
And the driveway's 4 years old.
Yeah, it's 4 years old, I mean.
I'm not.
And a lot of those pictures too are also from clear in July and August, and yeah, I see dirt flying up behind the cars. I have never gone up any more than 25 up that driveway.
I've never
and it
gone
was-
past 15 unless he's been harassing my wife.
I gotta tell you, when I'm looking at the photos, it looks like quicker than 25.
And
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying, when he's been harassing my wife.
Well, he wasn't there.
Well,
No, he doesn't give me all the video, sorry.
No, but when I'm watching, the ones I've seen here
yeah,
are security cam.
yes,
So he's not there to film it or harass you. He's just filming.
right.
Okay, and it looks to me like you're going faster than 25.
It could be, I mean, I just
I want to
know
hear from your
that.
neighbor.
Okay.
Let's bring your neighbor in and,
Do you
go
want me to
ahead.
go grab him?
Please go grab him, ask him to come on in and hear what he has to say.
Can I get a drink of water?
Oh, sure. We can take a break for a minute.
Drink water and I.
Go get a drink, you can go get a drink of water.
Where's it at?
There's a water fountain, when you exit the door, you'll see it. So.
Is there any way we can put some in water from me, sir, to drink of, or no?
Not right now. Just go get a drink, you'll be good. Good morning again. I'm just gonna ask you to sit right there and wait till Mr. Moon comes back in. Yeah, and Mr. Moon, anytime you need a break, just raise your hand. We'll get you a break. You can go take it.
Well,
Not a
no,
problem.
I'd rather just have water to drink, but I'm on pretty bad.
Sir, I'm gonna ask you to raise your right hand. Sure. You swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth to help you out.
Yes, sir.
And what is your name?
Edward Jackson Jr.
All right. And did you used to live as part of this residence on the Ernst property? What we're
That's
referring to as the Ernst property? I'm just gonna show you this and you can verify for me that where I point right here where it says, is this your property here then?
Oh, the birch, right here.
Is this right here?
Yep.
Okay. And go ahead, you wanted to ask me some questions, I take it. Here for today.
So I wanted to ask, have you ever, had a complaint about the way or frequency that Terry has plowed the driveway in the past?
He did originally plow, I think every time he went to town, he'd call. After we went to court and fought it out, after that, it was quite reasonable.
Okay. Have you?
I mean, let me just, when did you leave? When did you move from the property?
When did I move there?
Yeah. When did you move away?
I sold it. It'll be 2 years ago, June 30th.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Would you, say that there is possibility that Terry, damages the common driveway, with his plowing?
Yes,
What was that?
yes.
I didn't hear the question.
The question was, did you damage the property? Did you damage the driveway while you were plowing?
And
He's
how
indicating
would you say that that happens? Would you say he removes gravel,
Why don't you let him answer the question? Thank you. Go ahead, sir. How do you say it's, you say he damaged it in what way?
Well, first off, I plow snow also, and some of the stuff that's considered damage is unavoidable. There was damage done to the end of my driveway, which was quite steep at that time. And there was a battle between Mr. Moon and what was his name, Terry, the guy with the other plow.
Okay, that's
Oh,
okay.
the Atkins guy that was tearing up her driveway?
Yep. But
Okay,
there was
go
a
ahead.
big dispute between whether Terry did it or whether the Atkins guy did it. I was not there, I don't know.
It's in the nature of a gravel driveway, there's gonna be some damage during snow plowing, but it's
Absolutely.
okay.
would you say that it's reasonable to assume that there would be damage done just from driving on the driveway?
No.
Okay. Would you say that his, yard is hard to see around to pull out into M88 with the face that he has in his yard?
I haven't been on that driveway in a year, unless something's changed. The only obstruction to view is his rock wall he put up by the road.
Did you ever feel you were endangered by when you were trying to turn onto M88? Oh, you were feeling danger?
Well, he has that rock wall there, it
Yeah.
does obstruct, and a lot of times he plows snow to the other side, and that gets to be a real problem.
Okay. Ever been in an accident there?
Pardon me?
Have you ever been in an accident there?
No,
Has anybody been in an accident there that you know of coming out of the driveway?
not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. But it is, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, what you're telling me is it isn't perfect. Could be better. Slightly obstructed, cause you to hesitate, how do you describe it?
I didn't understand what you asked.
When you say there's some obstruction, that's okay. When you tell me when you don't understand. When you say there's an obstruction on the left of a rock wall, and then maybe it's a snow pile,
Yep.
are you still able, do you think at some point you can turn onto the street?
Yeah.
You just have to exercise caution?
Yeah,
Okay,
Well,
and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'm just telling you, trying to clarify my question.
and it's on a curve and it's on M88.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
it's-
thank you. Go ahead, please.
I don't need, I guess I will ask, who repaired the driveway in 2020? Who paid for that?
I did,
Okay. And
100%.
Why did you pay for it?
Well, the driveway was washed out. And something needed to be done, and Terry had this so-called agreement, and he says, well, we'll go in, because I was not part of that agreement.
You're referring to like a 2016 agreement, is that?
Yeah, I bought a foreclosed home, and therefore the agreement did not include me. So I agreed to pay half. So we got started on it, right off the bat. He didn't have any money. It had been a huge problem between the neighbors. I went back to my wife, and at that time, I was working a lot of overtime. So the wife and I decided we'll just pay for it. So I paid for all the gravel, I supplied all the machinery, which has not been returned yet.
How long did it take, how long had it been since that driveway had been redone like that? Did you know at the time? If you know, you might not know.
I filled in a bunch of it in 2016 that had washed out by myself.
Okay.
Before that, I have no idea.
And so then in 2020, it gets repaired again.
Yep.
This is 2024.
When we repaired it in 2020, we put the Afton stone and compacted everything, put drainage ditch in, and
Thank you. I appreciate it. Any other questions?
would you say that it's reasonable, to say that because of the nature of the slope that the driveway's at, that rain causes damage to the driveway?
absolutely.
would you say it's reasonable to assume that weather plays a big part in the levelness of the driveway?
Levelness.
Like, if it's perfectly even?
If it's raining and it washes out to the side, it's gonna go to the side that the drain's on. So it's always gonna wash out one way.
Would you say that the driveway was level at your time that you lived there?
No, we intentionally sloped it so the water run into our drain and not into his garage.
All right, thank you. I do not have any further questions.
Thank you. Mr. Moon, is there anything you wanted to ask this gentleman, Mr. Jackson?
When we put in those railroad ties, the gravel was level to them, correct? We
But what
leveled.
you mean low, yes. The
We
gravel
put the
was
put the railroad tie and we put the gravel level
How about the,
sloped up.
on your side and it sloped on
hold on,
my
hold on,
side.
hold on.
Correct.
Right, okay. I want to show him the picture. Let me show you the picture, because I think that's what Mr. Moon's referring to, and it'll clarify it in my mind.
Go up to the ripped up driveway again. Up at the top, you know.
This one?
I think so, yeah, right there. Put that down where those straight edges are. Yeah, right there. Now, when we did that driveway, that was level and it's on an angle, correct?
Can
But
you
it's
come on
level.
up if you can't see it, sir?
Yeah, that's from what I can see from here, yes, that's about correct.
Yeah, we had level all the way across there.
Yep.
It would have, it would have been up to the bottom of the board, the gravel? If you remember.
Yeah, because when I compacted it, I run my compactor on top like this.
On the railroad
And
ties?
on the top of the tie and on the gravel at the same
Okay.
time.
Okay. This picture was taken,
September of this year.
okay. Your experience with snow plowing, right? You have experience with snow plowing gravel? And with the snow plowing over the course of 4 years, take some gravel out?
Absolutely. Even when he does run that pipe bar thing on the bottom, but even then, you're still dragging chunk of metal across gravel.
Okay.
Digs.
Mr. Moon, any other questions you have for this gentleman?
He agreed that it was level, the gravel.
Do you have any questions for him?
I don't agree on the plowing, but
Okay. Do you have any questions for him? Do you have any other questions? No? Okay. Yes.
I do have.
Go ahead,
one
you can do a
last
follow-up.
question.
Yep.
Would you, by the means of that picture, would you say that that driveway is in the same or equal or worse? What condition compared to when it was brand new would you say that that picture is?
For that many years with water running down it, I'm gonna say that's perfectly normal. I mean, it's.
I appreciate that. Okay.
No further questions.
Thank you. All right. Anything else you two wanted to present?
Yeah, I would like to mention, the reason that we have put the no trespass on, and do not want the plowing service, is because I've been threatened in my home. I have been threatened physically, verbally, and
By whom?
by Mr. Moon.
Okay.
Actually, I will like to mention on Thanksgiving, my husband stood out in the driveway and asked him to not plow the driveway, plow us in. Mr. Moon proceeded to hit him with his plow truck. Felonious assault charges have been filed.
And just so I want everyone to understand, I cannot make a ruling on whether he can plow.
Absolutely.
All I can say is that are money damages available and I can award money damages, but I cannot change property descriptions, legal agreements. I just don't have that power.
I would like to mention, and.
so you clarified it for her because she's not hearing you.
I'm listening to what she's saying because the question is what she could arguably say, listen, these go to your credibility as a witness. So I'm allowing a little bit of it. Yeah. What I can rule on is a whole different story.
Correct, and I completely understand that, thank you. I will mention that even in his evidence, there is a text message that I sent that there was an amount of money that I did agree to pay, based on.
I haven't seen that, and that wouldn't be admissible in the regular proceeding. A settlement proceeding.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He might. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Okay. I think I saw a reference somewhere to a settlement, and I don't even look at it. So
Okay,
if you mentioned a number there, I have no idea that you use this.
okay, am I allowed to bring that up or no?
I would not,
Okay,
because it's your settlement agreement, you aren't, you know. Yeah,
okay, yep,
yeah.
absolutely.
So you could have offered $1,000, you could have offered $10, it doesn't matter to me, we started from scratch today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to point out, this agreement specifically states, that the driveway, when repaired, is to be repaired to the condition which is equal or superior to that of which previously existed. Going by that. I would also like to mention in this agreement, it specifically states, that the driveway does not continue through to M88, or to Streamwood Drive. It says that in relation to the, Snowden property, it says that that's why they're not paying, that's why it's.
Show me on the map what you're referring to.
That's just.
So it says, sorry.
Yeah, that's right here.
Right here. Okay, so this property and where he's saying that it goes completely through, we have blocked off right here.
Yes,
Because from my understanding of this agreement, it says it goes to it's to provide access to our property, not through our
tell me on
property.
the agreement what you're talking about, so I can deliver.
Absolutely, sir.
Because he would plow all the way through.
You would
Yes,
plow wherever you want.
No, but I'm saying he would plow the whole driveway.
yes,
You're saying this part of it, at least half of what you block off shouldn't be plowed at all.
yes,
Correct.
and is not being plowed at all. So I'm referring to this actually as access and utilities
Yes.
easement. The Snowden's. The easement at issue does not exist on and or affect the Snowden's property in any manner at this time. It runs from M88 and ends before Snowden's parcel in the vicinity of the Doobie or bank parcels.
So, you understand what they're saying?
I didn't hear what she was asking, and she didn't even tell me where she's at, the reference, so I can look at
Take
it.
a look, so we have.
I mean, you guys are jumping all over there, so I don't even know where you're at.
What take it from the
Yes,
fifth?
absolutely.
So where we at? Settlement, declaration, or what now?
Document.
Which one is it?
Confirmation that.
Wasn't mine. Alright. Which one is she references here?
This one here, you got that agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go 3 pages, the third page. Says here, on number 2.
I got another one. It says that the driveway runs all the way to the Doobie and then a parcel of the bank. So the parcel of the bank is right here, is the end of that, and the end of the Doobies is up there. So
It says-
I have 10 feet of that easement that is not part of the common driveway, but is part of the easement.
It runs from M88 and ends before the Snowden's parcel.
Right, on the one side, right here is the Snowden
It ends
parcel.
right here,
And then if the Doobies is up here where it ends,
in the vicinity of the Doobie and or bank parcel.
at the end of the Doobie, so the
It doesn't
Doobie.
say at the end of the.
Well, all right, well, then I have the right to plow all the way up to there, but the easement goes all the way.
I just, when you're saying you're charging.
I'm
you're
charging,
plowing going all the way through.
right now, at this time,
Before this time.
yeah, before I plowed all this and I
All
put
the way
all the
through.
snow, and
Okay.
I got the proof up
All
there
right,
to show you.
I understand you plow, that's not a question, that's not a problem, okay.
We have a problem this year, but this year can't be discussed here.
No, we got, okay, so. How much are we talking about in terms of when we ended that small bit of the driveway? How much is it?
I
50
mean,
feet?
are we talking clear to the road or are we talking?
From where the Snowden's, let me
All right,
find
it's
my.
230 feet from my driveway to M88. It's 52 feet here, 52 feet here, so it's 104 feet.
But if you stop, you're plowing right here.
Last year I plowed all this, sir. All this was plowed. I'm just saying, well,
You always do say, I need you to stop. From this point to this point, how much is pump power?
52 feet.
That's what I want to know.
I just said 52 and 52.
Okay, you say a lot of things, sir, you gotta be patient with me too.
I'm sorry.
This, all right, so it's 52 feet, and the entire length of it again is 200 and something?
No,
Go ahead,
230 plus the 104.
thank you. All right, 300. See, does it say 335? Okay. Anything else you want to bring up?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up that, we have blocked the driveway at this point, because.
Okay.
Because, the snowmobile issue, he uses the snowmobile, on the easement going clear to the other street that runs right there. I have a big problem with that, because if he were to get injured or whatever on that snowmobile, I would ultimately possibly be liable for that. That's why we've blocked it. That's why we've stopped plowing.
All right,
Just that kind of stuff.
anything else?
I don't think so, no.
Do you have anything else you want?
Yes, that's a Michigan easement that goes all the way from M88 to the Springwood
I'm
Drive.
not even gonna address whether you have a right to use the snowmobile on it, that's not for me.
Well, I'm just saying, that's where we're at, because they're
Okay.
illegally
Okay.
blocking the driveway right now.
Anything else, any other evidence you wanted? to-
Well, if you're gonna window this down, sir, then you can add these to it.
You just told me you didn't want to do those.
Well, I didn't know what you were gonna do here, so if you're gonna take some of this
All
off.
right, you don't get to do, and here come, just tell me what you want to present, and then I will, yeah. What is
We're
this?
presenting it off.
What is this here?
This is what they did. They pulled markers out, survey
I
markers.
asked you about that. You want that as part of your claim today?
Yeah, if you're
When
gonna
did they
window
pull
this
this?
down.
What are we talking about?
Well, if you're gonna take this down on
Forget
this,
about that. What is it you're talking about here?
those are what I paid for, and they were removed by them, and I've got videos to
Let's
show
see the
them.
video. Let's see it. We have full marker and easement. So we have marker easements.
You gotta go back to the full bookmark of it. More. Right, oh, right there, you had it. All right, that's the video of the pipes and the stuff that they moved, and the other one's a video.
Okay, this right here, what is this showing me?
Right there's the stakes that were pulled, the markers, and the
Okay.
survey stakes are tied to them, if you could see that.
So you have those.
They delivered them to my house, but they pulled them out of the area,
Okay, so the question becomes, why is it $800?
because that's how much it's gonna cost to have them surveyed and put back in.
Did you pay for the survey
Yeah, that's
yourself?
what- Yeah, it's in my exhibit.
That's what I want to see.
You wanna play that video? This shows this marker right here,
I want you to just stop for a minute. Charlie, please don't pay any play anything.
and this right here is
Here's
the
the invoice.
invoice of $800.
And then $800 invoice, and now, show me here what it is they were surveying.
They put all this pins in, and they did the whole easement, and they removed that,
Were they surveying the easement?
Huh?
Why were you doing the survey?
because they were complaining about where it was when I was plowing it, so I had it surveyed, so every owner knew where it was at.
You were having the survey done, the easement done, the survey done, you were paying for it yourself.
Right, because everyone was saying I was plowing outside the easement, so I had it all surveyed, so they knew where it was, and there would be no problem,
Paid the 800.
you know?
So why do you need the stakes back then?
Because they pulled them and they're not there visually. Now I don't know where the easement is. If you play the video next to that, and that would show you where they pulled it.
So how long, this survey happened in October 2017.
Those markers are T-posts, so they stand on the
When did they
ground.
pull them out?
August 25th of this year.
You left them in there for 7 years.
Well,
How
I
do you
mean,
not mark the easement, somehow mark it? Everybody, after 7 years, people don't know where the easement's at?
this house has been sold 7 times, sir.
You feel good a minute, let's talk about the other one.
Well, let's play the video first.
No, I don't want to play the video right now, I want to talk about the other one.
The other
This
one,
is here, full marker and sewer area.
there's the price I paid, and there's the 2 markers.
And what, so then again, so now this is, let's take a look. In 2016.
The court order said that I could put those 2 surveys in on the declaration of sewer. If you look, it states that. And I can show you right here. There's the declaration of sewer.
Okay, doesn't say that.
So that's what I did. They marked it. I have them above so no one could put stuff.
So you say they took them out?
Shows it.
Let's show it, let's see.
All right, this one here is the easement. That would be the first one. Oh, this is the sewer field.
Let's see
Sorry.
the sewer.
Those are the 2 markers right there. He walks to the back one and takes that out first, and then he walks to the second one.
Why did you need them, by the way?
Because it keeps people off them, and it keeps people from driving on my sewer field, because that will.
That's your sewer field?
Yes, it is, sir.
Thank you. That's what I'm wanting to know here. Okay.
That's
That
the
is
corners
also
of my
my
sewer
backyard.
field that shows where it's at, so someone doesn't drive on it to destroy it.
So are those markers on your sewer field or?
Yes, they're on the corner right here. Here's my sewer field. It states it right there. They're on the corner. On the back side is the fence. So here to here is a 10-foot chase. It goes from here to there, 40 feet and 40 feet. So this is the backside that can't get run over from Ed's side or Mike's now. And then this right here is vulnerable.
So stop that right there, please.
So I was able to put those in, so when I have someone drive on it, I can show that they drove on it because the markers will show that. So that's why I was able to have those, because
Okay, I
people were
want you to
driving
stop.
on it.
Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Why did you remove them?
If you looked at the pictures of the poles, they were rusty and my 7-year-old cut herself.
Did you ask them about it?
What do you mean, did I
You
ask?
talked to them about before you removed the post, you're talking about.
I did not, we
You
have,
saw in the agreement, he's allowed to.
I actually saw that after the fact, I believe.
So you took the poles out, are the flags still there?
No, because they're attached to the poles. It said that he could have the survey stakes. It didn't say that he could put rusty things in my backyard for my kids to cut themselves on.
There's flags there though.
There is not flags.
There's-
there.
What are the 2 black things there that
They were
are there?
just the
You're
post.
looking at what I put on my screen now, because now I have to have something.
Thank you,
So now I
I'm
have.
looking at arrows, I think
Right,
I thought
see.
there were flags in the
No,
ground,
no.
I'm sorry.
Now I have it on the screen, so now I still have markers to show, but I don't want that because that's not what I'm allowed. I'm supposed to have markers out there.
But you could go there and put those markers back up. You can go
No,
there. and
no,
put-
no, that's
you
on
can
my
put-
computer. I can't go out there and find those markers. I have to have a survey guy come out and do it.
We put them up in the first place.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. He
What's
put
that?
them up himself. Our
But
neighbors.
Yeah, but he's got the survey, the survey would have told him he could do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So he put those markers up.
Well,
that's- that's out.
Himself.
He put the,
Why would you take him down without even asking him the question?
because I can't talk to him about anything.
When did you take him down?
I took him down August 26th after my daughter came in with a cut.
August 26th of this year?
Yes.
Anything else?
That's all of it in a nutshell.
Anything you want to tell me about those two things other than
About the markers, my understanding is he could definitely have the wooden stakes with the whatever around him. He did not need, it never said anything about having them raised up, those wooden stakes raised up on a rusty pole of his own doing, which is what he did. You can see in the pictures that he presented that he's taped the stakes that were originally there around.
It was
His
actually
own-
wired up against.
Yeah, like with barbed wire or whatever.
do we have a picture of the stakes again?
I took them down for a safety issue. If he wants to have wooden stakes there, fine, so be it.
But we also
Those are
don't
people's.
understand where his septic
Every
is.
subdivision has
Were
them.
those two on the sewers, the red ones?
Yeah, with flags.
Yeah. Okay.
We also know and understand where his septic is, and we don't drive on it. The only vehicle, it's not even a vehicle, it's our tractor trying to maintain our grass.
There's always an
And he's
accident.
always giving us hassles about that as well, so we don't even do that hardly.
All right. Anything else? You good? You're all set, correct?
Actually,
What is it? Go ahead.
sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. In this agreement, it does say, you know, that we are responsible for the liability. He has his fence up in my backyard, you know, to prevent us from driving on it. I get it, we won't drive on his septic. We do not need rusty poles in our driveway to keep us from driving on his septic.
Well, the ones that were painted white, painted red? Are you
They're
saying
all
those are
rusted
rusty?
with
Yeah.
wires and stuff.
Those are brand
They
new.
have like wires around them.
If he zoomed in on them.
If you
can
look
see
at
all
the
rust and
actual,
stuff.
the one all the way to the left is all rusty.
No, I'm trying to find it.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you. I just.
I'm just looking for the list of damages. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I gave you.
No, this is my copy, because I have some on the back.
Oh, okay. I just need this.
And I need that bid back.
Well, I'm gonna give you all of that. I didn't do it right now. I get it. My thoughts. I just want to make sure I didn't leave.
Yeah, well, I just know it's empty, that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't,
This is all your stuff?
yes.
Okay. This is, Give me 2 minutes.
Get a break, now's the time to get it.
Get it.
He's gonna take a few minutes and he'll come back in. I'll call you up again and he'll probably tell you what his decision is.
All right. What do you think? Just want to grab papers here. Please be seated. I'm just grabbing some things.
If I could change anything, it would be that road. I love my property. I got 5 acres, nice property, big house, but that dirt road in the summer gets all dusty. Not too bad in the winter. We got to plow it.
If they remember to plow it.
That's the only thing you got to plow.
They forgot us from, not forgot, I know that it's from
I'm fine.
Thursday to, last Thursday to Tuesday, I think. Yes, it's-
Yeah, we can plow their own plow truck, cause yeah, plow
I'm
your own
tempted
road.
just to get one for my F-150.
That's what we were talking about last night, it's just. like-
That'll push the plow, right? It's
Yeah.
hard a Jeep will too. but
5.4 engine?
Well, you just don't wanna push as much snow, you wanna
I've
not
got
push as
a
much.
Ford F-150 4-wheel drive. That'll push it.
Well, it'll push it, you just don't wanna push a lot of snow, I mean, minimum, you know, don't let it pile up.
So you push it and then back it up, you don't wanna.
Well, if you watch how I do it, I backblade, so then you get a base down, so then when you push ahead, it doesn't dig into it.
I've got no experience with that. I'm old school. I got the hustler vibe. I'm out there pushing.
Oh, I've got
We got
that
the
too.
shovel right now.
That's old school.
I've got about 100 yards. It's weird. My whole private road is dirt road, which gets tore up. And I could feel for you guys. Have this thing that you look at gravel. We just paid 4,700 extra gravel in the dirt track.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, you can't spend
Well,
time.
you get UPS, you get the garbage.
Well, see, they're not allowed on that. They do it illegal.
You get UPS, you get the garbage truck, you get,
Fine. Just, I'm just looking for a form. I'm ready. I need my clerk. I'm ready to render judgment. I just need the proper. Can you get a hold of Hope? Somebody get a hold of Hope?
I can get hold of Hope.
Tell her I need a blank judgment form
Okay.
for these parties.
I've never seen the judge do that like that.
Well, he's been pretty reasonable. He's down there. Kevin's pretty decent too. And I love the Powers was. Everyone said he was an I thought he was one of the best judges out
All the
there.
judges are pretty good. I mean. Awesome. Find a document.
Yes.
All right, now we're ready. Thank you all once again, hopefully for the final time. Have a seat, and I'll give well, initial things. We've hit on them a little bit already. One, thank you for being here today, and I think you can appreciate from all the evidence that came in, the nature of the testimony, that it was something that we needed to do in court. Unfortunately, we had a snowstorm. I didn't know that when we planned this, that this would happen. And so I apologize for you having to come through to a snowstorm. For my benefit, I hope it helped you, but if it certainly helped the court make it, whether you like my decision or not, it certainly was necessary for me to be able to come to a decision. Thank you for assisting, everybody in the staff. Appreciate that. And the witness, appreciate you being here. And as I talked about before, there's so much going on that I cannot address. Simply don't have the jurisdiction to address in a small claims matter. It's something that you all will have to go seek. If you can't resolve it amongst yourselves, seek redress in another court or another jurisdiction. All I can handle are the claims we talked about today that are best exemplified by the sheet that Mr. Moon had given us, saying, here's what I claim for damages. And so looking at that, let's start with the snow plowing. There is an agreement that does give him the right to snow plow. He was asking for $15 a plow under what's been written. I don't think that the defendants are party to anything of changing that. It's $12.50 a plow plus the $5. So he agreed it would have been $17.50 a plow. There's 10 plows. You all were the best. You might not like what he did, but that's something from the evidence I had before me on the plows he claimed today. It indicated that there always was snow. There was enough snow to plow. I looked at the video, showed there was enough snow to plow, and I'm going to award him the $175 for those 10 plows. With regard to the gravel repair, the repair damage, this is these are things that I think there's. I'll talk about it again. In fact, even to do the whole road for $4,000. We've seen major repairs done to the road in 2016. There was testimony. 2020, major repairs done. This is 4 years later. There's the weather going on. There's plowing going on all the time. So there's damage done to the road that has nothing to do with the defendants. I think there is, I'm ruling there is damage done by the defendants when they're driving, and it was not so much trying to get onto M88. I can see where you might be a little hesitant or you might speed up, and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that. But going past, I saw the white car going past where the wood was stacked up and there was speeding going on. And I think that does create some additional damage that's unnecessary to the gravel. And I'm putting $300 for that. The markers in the easement, those have been there for several years. They were done voluntarily. Mr. Moon did that on his own. I'm sure he knows where the easement's at now. Quite frankly, if any of you all challenge that easement, he has a good defense to just say, listen, you tore down the markers. Don't blame him if you think he's not following the easement. But I'm not gonna award him damages for that. That's been over 7 years, and he knows where the easement is. I don't think it's unreasonable that the markers had to come out at this point in time. However, the markers in the sewer area, he definitely had a right to have them there. That's part of the parties' settlement agreement, and they were taken down without. Had you even, again, there's this failure to communicate on the basic level. There's a basic level required to just look at him and say, our daughter got hurt on this pole. How about if we put a wood stake there? That could have been something that could have happened, and it just didn't. So I'm going to hold you liable for those $900. So we have $175, $300, $921, and $85 in cost. It's $1,481 is awarded to Mr. Moon. I'll draft that up in this judgment, and you can get a copy of it, or it will be mailed to you.
Nice. Sir, am I getting the interest rate on the plowing?
No.
All right. Am I getting all the costs?
You're getting what I just told you you're going to get. You're getting $85 in cost. I denied everything else.
All right. What was the total?
I will give you this judgment in just a minute. Let me write it out.
Now, how do we go about paying that?
You can give him a check if you want. You can set up a payment plan.
I would like to set up a payment plan.
Okay. Let me just put this down first. $1,481. When you say you want to do installments or payments, what would you be offering to pay?
I can do $30 a month until it's paid.
That okay? They want to pay you $30. They offered to pay $30 a month.
30? No, because we got plowing coming on. They're gonna owe me more money. We got a couple $100 a month. I need to have it paid off in a year.
Can't afford it.
Okay. Excuse me. I think what you're going to need to do is to submit a request to the court.
Okay.
Saying this is what we can afford to pay, and demonstrate and say, here's my bills. Here's our bills. Here's our income. Here's our bills. Yeah, I need something more than just accepting your word for it today. Okay, in all fairness to him. And at that point in time, the court gets him a chance to respond to, hey, you know, they have more money than what I think they're showing. And it also gives the court a chance to say, I think this is fair, it's not fair. So submit it in writing. For right now, I'm just going to say, must pay the judgment in full. And
would we just write a letter to the court then?
yeah, you talk to the clerk.
Okay.
He'll tell you what's expected. Okay. And I'll send this out to the clerk now, and they can give you copies of it. I thank you all.
Thank you.
You're all set. I'm gonna give these. Officer, would you give these to Mr. Moon, please? I think he gave me, yeah, all of these he gave me. Would you give these to Mr. Moon? The court stands adjourned. You're all set.
Thanks, sir. Take a nice chair. Got handles and hanging covers. Yeah. That's for the bad people?
This is normally where we get prisoners, we store them here, and storms, and have them sit here, and we have to take people in custody. These are standard restraints.
Yeah, they look like they're standard, all right. You don't forget it in jail.
You have anything else?
That's all we have. People, if you're going that way,
I am.
give it a go.
I sure will. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck to you. I hope you all can go.
Thank you. Really appreciate
Yeah.
A quick question, I'm not allowed to really talk about your case, but in general, so most plow people charge, if you're a resident, about a year, right? So it'd be my advantage to just, if I was your resident, and now we lived in it, to say, here's $300, because that
That's
covers,
what everybody, that's what he did.
that covers the whole thing, right?
Right, you don't
Because
have.
you're basically estimating it,
And 20 plows.
yeah, I mean, if it's more than that,
I lose, and if it's less, I win.
right, yeah, because you gotta have an estimate.
And I look at it as fair because, like they're saying, I plow too much.
Well, you got,
You know,
it's
I
like-
never heard someone bitch about someone plowing.
Yeah, I was just figuring that's what it was.
But no, the problem is, they are a young couple, they don't understand these agreements, and they've already breached, they got my driveway blocked off where I have no place to put the snow, and all I have to do is file another case in the circuit court, and then they're gonna lose because it's 35 grand.
Unfortunately, sometimes neighbor disputes.
It's been going on for 42 years, so it's just, I'm just fed up to it because I thought these documents would cover it, because they're in it. But, you know.
When you buy a house, you get a copy of it.
Well,